As Robbie One Kenobi said in the live chat of my Raw review tonight, I was sure having a Gargano-gasm because I was just freaking out and having, well, not freaking out, but just jumping up with excitement talking about this. But what is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and this is episode 245 of my WWE Turn Alert series. And of course, this is kind of old because I stopped watching NXT. And I know he technically did turn babyface at the end of his NXT run, but I couldn't do it then because I wasn't watching. But I'm doing it now as Johnny Gargano made his WWE return this past Monday on Raw, August 22nd, 2022, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as a huge surprise. A very nice, well-done surprise, by the way. And, of course, as a babyface. Of course, right before I stopped watching, after TakeOver 36, Johnny Gargano was a heel. And I'm just glad, one, that Triple H is writing Raw and SmackDown now. And I think he's going to be helping Shawn with NXT, I think. I'm not sure. And, of course, I was glad to see that Johnny Gargano is back where he belongs, as a purebred babyface. He is definitely one of the best I've ever seen. He's definitely one person I can definitely look at and consider a hero. And I am just so glad this guy is getting a shot on the main roster to achieve his dream, to win championships, to headline WrestleMania, maybe even win a Royal Rumble someday. Who knows? Who knows if he'll do that? He could. I'd like to see it. And of course, keep us invested in baby wrestling. That's right. Quill Gargano is now known as Baby Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling is back. Let me first start by saying this. I don't think Johnny Gargano would have been a heel as long as he was in NXT if fans were still around. I mean, when he first turned heel, I thought it was a unique idea. Because obviously Tommaso Ciampa received a lot of love from fans after he had his neck injury and came back to a hero's welcome. So I get the whole reason why they turned him heel and they had roles reversed going into their empty arena match they had to close out their feud a year after it should have closed out, of course. I get also they're going with the idea that they both have done good, but they both have done bad. So, neither one of them were technically innocent in that whole storyline. And I also think if Johnny was going to stay in NXT, it was a good idea to turn him heel and to, help put over younger talent. It's just, I just didn't think it worked. I wasn't digging it. I wasn't entertained. It just reminded me, at first I thought it was cool, especially when they pulled the swerve on us, having Candice turn with him also, which I feel like she might have needed a little bit. I honestly, I kind of like Candice as a heel a little bit more than Johnny as a heel. But again, let me just be 100% real again. I couldn't take it. I still feel like he wouldn't have been getting booed as heavily as the piped-in noises or as the controlled crowds were during the pandemic era. If there would have been fans there, Johnny would have not been treated the way he was. I'm pretty sure they would still be chanting Johnny Wrestling and whatnot. I still think he would have still been treated like a babyface even as a heel. And like I said, it just didn't work. I just didn't like it. I just saw too much of Sami Zayn, running his mouth, not winning many matches, not having much to back up. I mean, yes, they gave him a couple runs with the North American title, including a lengthier reign they gave him when they dropped the Bronson Reed, but he didn't look too strong as a heel. I was begging for them to turn him face again, and they slowly were before I stopped watching. But then they kept him a heel for a little while longer until I think the War Games match before he had his swan song. But him back as being a babyface again is just amazing. Again, I think Johnny Gargano is easily one of the best baby faces in wrestling today. He's easily likable. We all know he loves what he does. I think he's gonna be, he could easily, in a year's time, be the biggest babyface on the main roster within the next year's time. It could be him, could be Sami Zayn, maybe even Kevin Owens if he is turning face again. But the sky's the limit. There's a lot of great matches for Johnny Gargano now in WWE. Now, of course, he could have gone to AEW, but apparently Tony, again, I don't know if it's because, Tony wasn't that interested in him, or if just Tony thought that Johnny was focused on being a father right now and didn't attempt to reach out to him. I think in his heart, though, Johnny always did want to go to the main roster. Like, this is what he really wanted. I mean, yes, AEW would have been great. He would have had great matches with guys like Kenny Omega, with guys like Claudio Castagnoli, Jon Moxley, CM Punk, of course, MJF if he's still there or not, Hangman Adam Page, Jungle Boy, Christian Cage, Ricky Starks, Darby Allin, Malachi Black, revisiting their feud again as well. You name them all. He would have had excellent matches with all of them. Listen to these names on WWE. He could also wrestle. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Tommaso Ciampa, AJ Styles. Robbie One Kenobi pitched in tonight's Raw review. AJ Styles and Johnny Gargano at WrestleMania 39 in LA. That is an awesome sounding match. Book it. Johnny Gargano versus Cody Rhodes. Johnny Gargano versus who else? Come on. I feel like there was someone else on the tip of my tongue that I thought would be a huge dream match. Mustafa Ali. Cedric Alexander would be a good match. You could revisit him and Ricochet. They had an excellent match at TakeOver Phoenix in 2019 when Johnny first won his first North American title. They could have another killer match again. Have you ever seen him and Matt Riddle? I don't think we have yet. I don't think so. But there's a lot of names here too, and names that could be coming back too. And there is still some upcoming talent, like even you can see him and Tyler Bate in NXT. There's not too many other people on NXT right now, but him and Dragunov I'd like to see have a match. Gargano and Ziggler, Gargano and Balor can revisit. Him and Priest, they had several matches in NXT, and their matches were okay. I don't know, maybe with a dynamic reverse, maybe it'll be different, but who knows. But the sky's the limit. Many great things will happen. And of course, also don't forget, DIY get back together. We can have them versus the Usos, them versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, them versus the New Day, them versus the Street Profits. There's a lot you could do with Johnny Gargano and WWE again. Did you think we're gonna hear that again? Did we ever get Johnny Gargano versus Shinsuke Nakamura? Ooh. NXT's Shinsuke Nakamura? Oh, jeez, that'd be great. Oh, of course, another dream match for guys. He's in AEW now, but Johnny Gargano and Bryan Danielson. That is still the biggest match, one of the biggest dream matches I have right now. Johnny Gargano and Bryan Danielson. That'd be so awesome. But we'll have to wait and see. Of course, he's probably feuding with Austin Theory first. Fine by me. But sooner or later, Johnny will be one of the top baby faces in the industry today. And that's my thoughts on Johnny Gargano returning to WWE as a babyface. So guys, what are your thoughts on Johnny's return and him being a babyface once again? Did you like his heel run? Did you not like his heel run like I did? What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. And what are some dream matches you have for Johnny? Well, slap a like on the video. Subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirboy93. And as always, guys, please stay tuned for more WWE Turn Alert.